How you doing, guys? Welcome to week 12 at Dine at Home. Big thank you to everybody who's purchased a box this week, even more so from previous weeks. Last week was a sellout eventually, and some. So obviously the posts and whatnot did the work last week. So again, guys, thank you so much for supporting us. We really need the support. So yeah, appreciate it so much, guys. So on to this week, Dine at Home, week 12. So as normal, guys, you always have your milk bread in your brown paper bag. Again, open it up, obviously, and pop that into your preheated oven until nice and toasty. And ensure that your butter's obviously out. As soon as you get your box, you can pull that out as always as well, guys. So nice and simple. Couldn't be simpler. For those two, straight onto your starter. This starter is really super delicious. We've worked with M&J who are in Birmingham, lovely Sarah, sorts out all our fish, and we've done a beautiful home smoked haddock and potato croquette with some sweet corn velouté and a beautiful piperade, which is like a mixed sort of red and yellow pepper, sort of ragu almost, with some tomatoes, capers, and finish off with some lovely parsley. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to prepare it, because it's all relatively warm or hot. So in your takeaway container, metal, obviously absolutely fine. These haddock fritters have already been deep fried and drained, so there's no excess oil. So again, pop those in the oven for 3 to 4 to 5 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is. With your sweet corn velouté, this week it's not a soup. It's like the dish isn't a soup. It's like the soup is an accompaniment to this dish. So it's almost like quite a heavy sauce, you could call it. The piperade, we put a nice amount in there as well. So again, it's a really good element or big element to this dish. So with the piperade, simply in the microwave or just on the stove. You don't need to boil it, it's just warming it through. And again, same with your velouté, make sure that gets properly heated and boiled up onto the stove. So I'm just going to transfer that and my piperade into 2 pans, heat them very gently through. Paprika oil, because it's just chorizo oil, but because this is obviously a meat oil, keep this in the fridge and bring it out about an hour to 2 hours before you serve it, because it will set in the fridge, because it will be going absolutely rock solid. So yeah, join me in a couple of minutes once everything's heated up, and we'll go for plating. Okay, guys. So my soup has been boiled. My piperade has been popped into the microwave to heat right through, and then I'm just going to take my crispy smoked haddock croquette out of the oven. It smells delicious. As always, bowls supplied by Anthony at Heritage in Birmingham, absolute legend. So check that out if you would like to have a look at some new cutlery and crockery. Okay, so for plating, guys, with your, I'll go with your piperade first. Let's just make sure it is warmed through. So a nice spoon of this in the centre. This is a pot for 2 people, this is. So obviously go nice and hard on that. Now you can do one or two things with the velouté. I personally will plate it all together. Be careful of that. Put that on top, but obviously you can also pour it into a jug and do it table side. It's just that I quite like finishing this dish off with the oil. So it's quite nice that you've obviously plate it all in together. So yeah, and very gently. This is a portion for 2 people. So very gently, you just want to sort of pour it round. That's it. That's all it needs. You've got another full portion in there. That's all it needs. Just a little finish off. And then with your chorizo oil, I'll give you absolutely loads of this. So again, you can keep it. It'll keep for absolutely ages, but it really goes well with this dish because it splits right through everything. Gives a little bit of heat to the whole entire dish. And if you ask me, that looks absolutely delicious. Bringing the flavour again to these boxes. So we've got some beautiful mixed pepper piperade on the bottom, with your smoked haddock croquette on top. Sweet corn velouté split with chorizo oil, guys. Enjoy! Okay, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed the starter. Beautiful smoked haddock. As everybody's eating it, delicious start to your dining meal. Okay, so for your main course, guys, we have some beautiful creedy carver duck leg that we've taken the thigh bone out again, so all that sort of thigh is boneless. The drumstick, obviously, leg is still, the bone is still in. You've got 1 portion of cassoulet here, or a type of cassoulet, so you can see it's a cream cassoulet, so it's super thick. And if there are fresh berlottis, fresh cannellini or cocoa beans as well. So that is really beautiful. All the food and flavour is in there. You have a braised piece of fennel that again we will be roasting up with the duck leg, and also you have a duck sauce which I've split in the pot with the tarragon oil. So when we actually heat it up, you'll heat it up all together to be a warmed oil through the sauce as well. So not much going on with, not loads of different components, because all the components are really into the cassoulet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through preparing the duck and the fennel, and then these two are self-explanatory. Into a pot, into a pan, heat it through very gently, so you're not mushing up any of the beans, and obviously the sausage is underneath, is right at the bottom, so heat that through nice and gently. And again, same with your sauce. Make sure you obviously boil it because it's a meat sauce, as always, but don't stir it too much. You don't want to incorporate the oil. You want the oil to sort of split it. So when you put it on the plate, it sort of splits out, and you sort of see that green colour. So we'll go over to the stove with the duck leg and the fennel. So my pan isn't on, so I'm going to pop that on. The reason why my pan isn't on is because, as you all know, duck legs are quite sort of fatty. It's got a good skin and fat to it. So what we're going to do is we're not going to put any oil in the pan at all, and we're just going to put that duck leg skin side down, so presentation side down, straight into the pan, cold pan as it were, but it will start rendering the fat almost instantly. Or as soon as the heat gets into it, it'll almost start rendering that instantly. We'll keep our fennel back for now, so as soon as we've got the desired colour on that duck leg, that's when we'll roast it. We'll just quickly flash it to the side as well, so the other side gets sort of used to that heat. We'll then turn it back on the skin side, into the same pan. We'll pop our fennel in there, just get a bit of colour on one side, turn it back over, and then we'll get a little foil cartouche that I've got, which will just cover that foil, that duck leg as well, so it protects it from the major heat. But also, more importantly, it'll keep that skin face down, so it gets nice and, I don't want to say crispy, but nice and caramelised. That's what we're looking for. So as you can hear it on the sound, you can just start to see it starting to get a little bit more colour onto it now. Keep our pan nice and high. Don't always need to keep it that high, but as soon as we get that heat into there, we can knock it down. But for now, we want to keep that nice and high. While that is heating through, or warming up, we'll put the cassoulet. This is one portion, I said, so you'll get, for two people, you'll get a much taller, or double the size basically. There is so much cassoulet in this. It is one healthy portion, that's for sure. So just low as it can go. Just pop that on. And then same with your sauce. So this is for two people, so we'll have way too much sauce than what I need. But you see the bright green oil goes in first, as you can see, and then the little nuggets of sauce will go in there after. And again, I'll just show you that actually, because you can actually see it. You can see the duck sauce is really starting to split. Now if you start whisking that and mixing it, it will start to emulsify, and we don't want it to emulsify, we want it to split. It looks really cool on the plate. It's quite a sort of restaurant sort of technique. So again, just let that very gently start to melt. So with your cassoulet, obviously you have bits of the Toulouse garlic sausage. So make sure that you heat that through nicely as well. But that's going to come nice and softly. Just put that over. So look at that beautiful colour. So that's enough heat in the pan. We're very happy with that. So I'm going to turn the pan off. And there's not too much fat that's come out of that as well, actually, which is a good thing. So much so I'm going to put a little bit of oil this one side and just get that fennel starting to roast on that one side. It'll be very, very quick. Just going to finish through. See, as you can, that's literally, that is perfect. That is. You just really want that beautiful colour on there. Absolutely superb. Again, same with your fennel. Just starting to colour on that side now. As soon as that starts to colour, the pan's off, remember, so this is just the residual heat that's colouring this this duck and fennel away with. And as always, what we'll do, let's put that over, and all I'm doing that for is just getting that bottom bit used to the heat. Very, very gently, just getting a little bit of heat into that bottom. We'll turn it back around, don't worry about that. It's just to get that bottom heated. Okay, so you can see your fennel starting to colour nicely there, okay? So we'll turn that side on the other side now, and as always, we'll pop a little bit of butter in there, just a couple of knots, or 3. Mike is laughing because I always do loads of butter, as you all know. But listen, this is a date night. So you're not going to treat yourself now, but now you're going to treat yourself then. Okay, so keep that nice and close. Obviously, it's not sizzling, it's not burning. It's just a nice controlled heat. So I'm going to get my pre-prepared cartouche. So all I've done is just boiled in half, and then just made it into a nice rectangle. And then very gently, just pop that on top. Be careful of your fingers because the pan still obviously is hot. Just gently press that down. Okay, I haven't touched the pan, I've just very gently just press that over the duck, not too tight, just literally just pop it on top. And we're going to transfer that to the oven. It's almost like a lid, basically, like a nice protective lid. The pan underneath will be all the heat. That's all where the heat's going to come from, and obviously surrounding the oven. So we're going to put that on for, because this is a professional oven, that will literally take about 8 minutes, I'll say. So we leave that on for 8 minutes. My cassoulet is just very gently ticking over, and my sauce is just on, but I've turned it off because we're a bit ahead of time, so we're just happy to leave it there. So join me in 8 minutes, and I'll literally take that out, show you the next process and the plating. Okay guys, so my timer has just gone off for 8 minutes in the oven with my duck and fennel. I did just put it on for another sort of minute. Pretty quickly actually, but no particular reason. So I'll just come down to now and have a little look. So obviously I haven't seen that. That's absolutely delicious. So be careful because obviously the foil will be red hot. We'll just go over, and you'll see that beautiful skin, and then you should have a lovely colour on that fennel as well. Look at that. That's exactly what we're looking for. So 8 to 9 minutes. As I always say, guys, it's always great to rest your meat or anything that you put out the oven. So again, we're just going to leave that in the pan. That's started. And it is, to be fair, is a nice little bit of a crispy texture to it actually, so that's awesome. For the benefit of this video, I will obviously race through it a little bit quicker. So it's been resting for sort of 3 to 4 minutes. Your cassoulet is nice and heated with your sausage in, so that would go directly on the bottom, obviously, of your plate. Some lovely cocoa beans, sausage. Get a bit of smoked bacon through there as well. Obviously fresh tarragon, a little bit of dill. Beautiful. And then very gently grab your duck leg. Beautiful piece of roasted fennel. Get that roasted colouring right on the side there. If you can spring it up, it just adds so much to it as well. And if it wasn't rich enough already, then we've got a smashing sauce with it as well. So I haven't stirred it too much. So with the sauce, you can see all on top, all those sort of split oil, the smells coming off this dish is absolutely phenomenal. And again, this is for 2, so 2 or 3 spoons of that would be perfect. All in and around that dish. And that would be absolutely taste sensation, that's for sure. So on the bottom is a little sort of cocoa bean cassoulet, sort of white cassoulet with your Toulouse sausage and tarragon. On top you have a beautiful Cuit de Carver duck leg with roasted fennel, or braised and roasted fennel, split with sauced with a beautiful split duck sauce with tarragon. Enjoy, guys. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed the main course. I've got to say, that main course was absolutely delicious. Me and Michael just eating it, we are super proud of that main course, so I really hope you enjoyed it. I think we really packed that flavour into that dish, and yeah, my tongue is still going now. So I really hope you enjoyed that one, guys. So on for your dessert. This is a beautiful whipped Sicilian lemon curd. You can see I've actually comfied the pith, or not the pith, sorry, the rind almost through it, the peel. Grated that down and put it back through the peel, and it's absolutely delicious. It's so zingy, it almost tastes like cloudy lemonade. Elaine's Manor Farm blackberries, the coulis or the gel is inside of that because they wanted them pre-mixed. Beautiful baked white chocolate and mixed nut granola or crunch, and then the sort of raspberry meringues to finish off as well. Slightly caramelised to give them that extra bit of sort of caramelised flavour. So I'm just going to show you a little tip which I would do. This is for one person, so you'll have a pot for 2. This is just for 1. So yeah, so obviously you'll get a lot more than that. I've got a little container here. I popped the kettle on about 10-15 minutes ago, and basically it's a little tip that we normally do in the restaurants. If you sort of, you know, if you sorbet or ice cream is a little bit firm, or you just want a real neat sort of spoon of whatever it is, if it's cream or in this case curd, I'd recommend just, it's been about 10-15 minutes. It might be a little bit too hot, so you can let it down with a little bit of cold water. Because I'm obviously used to using it, I can just do it straight away. So it's very gently just to hit your spoon through. Obviously put a bit of heat into the spoon, and then very gently just tap it off on a clean cloth, and then just go through it, and then just sort of almost like a roche we call it, but it's not neat at all, not meant to be. But pop that in the middle, so it's like, so it gives you a good base and it's a nice rounded finish. And a nice little sort of touch, which I absolutely love doing. I actually learned this at SATS when I was there, and you always create a well and you just pop that hot spoon in the middle, and you push it down, you've got a well for your desserts. It almost encourages you to sort of plate into that well. That's exactly what we're going to do. So with the Manor-Farm blackberries, this is for 2 people. Just give that a nice mix. You've got loads of gel in there, and the whole purpose of that is so it splits all through the curd. So pop all that on top. It's absolutely banging already. And then with your granola, don't need too much, just pop that on top as well. That gives that lovely little crunch. And then again with your meringues, it's 3 each. Pop those meringues, obviously powder up. That's a lovely bit of texture. The smells again come off, this is stunning. So that is your real simple dessert to plate, but honestly, the whipped curd is incredible. So a beautiful Sicilian lemon curd underneath. Elaine's Manor-Farm blackberry blackberry compote, you can almost call it. Fresh blackberries with the gel. Literally, I can see the blackberries now outside. Incredible. White chocolate and mixed nut crunch with your meringues. Enjoy, guys. So that concludes, guys, our Dine at Home week 12. Really hope that you found the video useful and you were able to obviously follow it and do obviously the dishes how we made them. We thoroughly enjoyed cooking this week, as we do every week. But this week was just I felt that the food was really at a great level. So every sort of week we try to push it into that sort of almost like the restaurant feel to it. And this week I just think we're just so happy with everything that we produced, as we always are, but just raised the bar a little bit. So to finish off then, guys, obviously is your fudge. As you know, beautiful milk fudge. This is made every single week by Mikey, and it's nailed it down. I don't think we've received anything but amazing compliments for this. So a little bit of Maldon sea salt on top. I prefer Maldon, but again you can use any sort of sea salt as long as it is sea salt. And then you can finish that off with a nice bit of coffee or a cup of tea, or just have it on its own. It's totally up to you, basically. So that's it, that finishes it off. Don't forget to keep tagging me in all your videos and your photos. I absolutely love seeing your recreations. It makes my life and my job a hell of a lot happier and nicer when I'm seeing you guys, or the benefit, I'm benefiting you in whatever which way. And equally, I love seeing different plates, and it gives me ideas as well. So. Just a quick one. I've got a few messages throughout I've been doing this about what I'm actually wearing. So this is all from Chefworks. Chefworks, a guy called Sam who fits us out. So it's a Chefworks jacket and also the apron. So I think it's their urban range. So for all those people messaging me, I'm obviously replying to them. Just go straight onto their website. I'm sure they'll be able to sort you out. Otherwise, listen. Enjoy your weekend. I hope the sun comes out. I think this weekend. So hopefully you enjoy it even more. And we can't wait to see you for next week. And yeah, stay safe and dine at home. Simple as that.